Hey everybody, it's your girl PJamma from PJamma Lyfe. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be caught up on all the latest content. Today we are reviewing I Am Not Okay With This by Charles Forsman and I Am Not Okay With This on Netflix. Let's get started. I Am Not Okay With This by Charles Forsman is a graphic novel published in 2016 and is in the fiction dark fantasy category. The novel explores issues of grief, depression, drug use, family dynamics, and LGBTQ issues. So let's talk about what the book was about. I Am Not Okay With This is a story of a teenager, Sydney, as she describes herself as too skinny, a white girl, and boring. She's a typical teenager. She has an annoying brother. Her mom is overworked and overstressed, dealing with the loss of her husband, Sydney's father, who was a veteran suffering from PTSD, who died unexpectedly. She has a best friend, Dina, who has a terrible boyfriend who abuses Dina terribly, and a new friend, Stan, who gets her high for the first time and is her first sexual experience. Now, what's different about this is Sydney is fighting an internal battle. She has these developing telekinetic powers that are erupting when she feels strong emotions. And she's also struggling with her sexuality that is erupting at the same time as her powers. And after a tragic incident, Sydney decides to retaliate using her powers, but is really left feeling guilty because of what she has done. And Sydney goes and looks for comfort from her friends and family after her terrible choice, but is left feeling lost, rejected, and alone with her grief. And in her darkest hours, Sydney decides to use her powers one last time. So, let me give you a conclusion about this. I think Charles Forsman does an interesting job in telling the story of an everyday life of a teenager struggling with her own demons. But honestly, I just hated this story, really. I thought he didn't get the narrative voice right. I felt like the narrator was like a guy telling the story of a girl, so it wasn't kind of things I felt like a teenage girl would do. And I did not care for the ending at all. It was very dark, and it was like, why bother with the rest of the build-up if it was just going to end like this? It was just terrible. I don't recommend this for young people or teenagers. Really read this. Now, let's take a look at the TV series on Netflix, I Am Not Okay With This. It's directed by Jonathan Unwissel and starring Sophia Lillis. She is Sydney, and you might know her from It. Wyatt Oleff is Stanley Barber, Stan, and he also was in It, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Sophia Bryant is her best friend, Dina. Richard Ellis is Brad Lewis, and you know him from Veronica Mars. And Kathleen Rose Perkins is Maggie, the mom, and you might know her from the show episodes. So the TV show, it follows along somewhat the book, and the show is about a teenage Sydney trying to find answers to life while trying to find closure about how her dad died. And Sydney is also struggling with her new kinetic powers that emerges when she feels strong emotions, as well as her deep feelings for her best friend, Dina. Now, what are some of the differences between the graphic novel and the TV series? So, in the graphic novel, the father's death is very different in the book than in the movie. And in the TV show, this was really different. They took a real left turn. Stan sees her using her powers, which seems to be more of a telekinesis. And in the book, no one sees her using her powers because she is able to do something to people's minds in the book. And Stan in the TV show plays a much more involved role than he does in the book versus the TV series. And the scene at the prom in the TV series doesn't happen in the book. And the ending is completely different between the book and the movie. So what do I think the TV show got right? The TV show does a good job in showing what teenagers are like in their own world. And it really had a really cute homage to the 80s, 90s teen movies like The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and Carrie. So I thought that was pretty cool. And, it's really short. I mean, each episode is only 20 minutes or so. So I binged the whole series in like a few hours. So it's not a lot of time. And the book itself is not a very long graphic novel at all. I think I like the ending better in the TV series. But it is designed to hopefully develop into another season, so it's very different from the book, and so we'll have to wait and see if it gets picked up by Netflix in order to know how they continue on with the story. Now, what did the TV series get wrong? Well, here's the thing. The tone was supposed to be comedic, and it says it's a comedy, but the story matter is really too serious, and the issues are too dark, and they didn't take them seriously enough, and it wasn't funny enough so that you could kind of overlook some of the darkness. It just didn't strike the right tone to me. And if this was set up as a superhero origin story, I don't know if it's going to be a good one. I don't know if the superhero is going to be a good one. It just fell very flat to me. So would I recommend the book or the movie? Honestly, I wouldn't recommend either. The show tries to be a comedy and it kind of fails. And the book is too dark for a comic designed for young people, in my opinion. My final review, honestly, both the book and the TV series were bad. I just didn't care for either of them. The TV series is a decent pastiche of superhero origin stories told as a teenage drama. But I felt I just did not like the comic, but it was a better TV series. The story was better and could get better with time. So in my opinion, I would give it a no. So where can you find I Am Not Okay With This? Well, you could watch I Am Not Okay With This on Netflix, or you can read I Am Not Okay With This by Charles Forsman. The ebook is available on Hoopla, and if you go to my video, I talk about how you can subscribe to Hoopla and get it for free. You can also get it on Amazon Kindle, Apple iBooks, Barnes & Noble Nook, Google Play, and Kobo, or you can check it out at your local public library. So that's it. I hope you liked my review, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so you get notifications of when my new videos are available. And as we say, art is too important not to share. See you next time. Bye.